Well, I've lived in Hillsborough for about 21 years. I've got 4 sons, Alan, Chris, Brett, and Brandon, and I've got 12 grandkids, and all my children live around in this area.
It's a little over 6,000 people in the city of Hillsborough. Has been hit extremely hard. DHL going out in Wilmington, which is in the neighboring Clinton County, had a tremendous effect on Highland County. A lot of people were employed from the city of Greenfield at DHL. So that has been extreme hardship. Our unemployment rate has been very, very high in the county itself. Hillsborough itself is a community of very caring people, people that try to work together to solve problems. They're very supportive of different agencies and groups. It's like if there's a need, there's somebody steps up to the plate generally to assist somebody else.
I'm the rehabilitation specialist. I do all the inspections, the interim, the final inspections on the houses when we do the work. I write all the specifications for the work that's being done. I'm really the first person that goes out to the house and sees the conditions that they're in and evaluates what we can do to correct the situations.
We lived in this house, and it had asbestos on it. The roof was leaking on the back side, and the bathroom floor was kind of rotting away. And me and my husband has tried to get community action to fix it several times, and they couldn't do it. Well, during the time my husband started getting ill, he went out to Highland District Hospital because he had to take chemo treatments. And then he also had to take 39 radiation treatments in Wilmington. Well, I was talking to the social worker out to the hospital, and that's how I got acquainted with Peggy and Joel.
In the spring of 2010, we were contacted by a social worker from Highland District Hospital, which is our local hospital here in the city. She told us about a couple that were living in really deplorable conditions here inside the city limits. Said that the wife had been through cancer and that the husband was now experiencing his second bout of cancer. And she said the conditions are so bad, she said he's not going to make it if something doesn't happen. She said they need your help desperately. So we went out and had a meeting with the social worker and the Greenes. And when I first pulled up, I mean, the thing that went through my head was, this is a walk away. Knowing what our dollar limits were with our program, I thought there's no way we can correct this situation. So my son and I, who works with me, we went in, we walked through the house, and I mean, your heart just breaks to see someone living in this condition because it was really, really bad. And he wasn't in good shape, and yet very charming people, very energetic as far as talking to you and willing to share things with you. So we came back to the office, and it was just like, how are we going to do this? And in my heart, I knew we had to pull it off some way. So we started brainstorming about who we could pull in together to work with us in partnering with us on this project. Joel and I talked about community action, if they could contribute in some way. So he was on the phone to them.
Luckily, we were in the early part of our program. We had plenty of funds, and we could work with community action and the contractors. We had good communications with Lowe's already at different through different projects. So it's really made a difference being in the position I'm in, because I'm able to talk to the contractors. I'm able to work with Lowe's and community action, and we all have the same purpose: is to do whatever we can with the funds that we're provided with, and to make our dollars stretch as far as we can.
Yes, we used some CDBG funds too. There was also community action contributed with some of their funding too, so that was brought into place too. So those agencies is where the funding came from. We also had money in the city of Hillsborough has a housing revolving loan fund, which is again is the CDBG and home funds. And so we utilized those funds too to pull off the project. Part of their problem, because of the condition of the house, was infestation that was really, really bad. And probably the toughest thing I had to do was tell them that when they left the house, they could take nothing with them. I mean, nothing. clothes on the back, that was going to be it. You know, the Greenes had worked hard all their life. He had been a truck driver, she had been an aide in a care center, and I had people tell me all the time that she was the best aide that they had. She was energetic, took care of people, she didn't care what the situation was, she was dove into it. And they contributed to our community, and then things turned sour in their lives, and the house went down to nothing basically. They just couldn't pull themselves out of it.
They